we did a podcast last week, 2 of them. And in one of them, it was kind of a little controversial. We had these great conversations with Dan Brown about, like, is it funny to be hazed and gay jokes? And we got great comments on that. My favorite comments from our other episode, which I thought wouldn't have had any controversy, when we had Darrell Jones on, comedian, and one of our fans wrote underneath, well, I guess Pat's not doing the Al Jolson voice this week, which, sorry, I can this week because our guest is white. So, Bobby, take it away.
Hey, it's the Pat Oates Show.
It's like you weren't ready.
It used to be known as that. Now it's the POS Show with your host, Pat Oates, and me, Bobby Tamburo. And joining us tonight is the redneck West Virginia version of Pat, who filled in for him on LevyLand. He was just talking shit about somebody might or may not be doing coke with my landlord in the basement. Give it up for Chris Ables.
Hey.
Like, all those statements were like half truths.
Yeah.
Starting with the name of the show.
Yeah, no, I just came out the gate sputtering, to be honest with you.
I know. You're like, Pat, go. I win. And then you're like, wait, are we starting? I'm like, you started it. Are you okay?
Yeah. I was trying to throw one of my Zins in, not to sound like Shane Gillis. I honestly prefer a different brand. But the can wouldn't open, and then the whole thing cracked. And I was like, fuck, I gotta just Godzilla it at this point, and I wasn't ready.
You really just spoke another language. I don't know what you just said.
So it's it's a nicotine thing.
Okay.
It's like the Juul equivalent of dip. And it comes in 3 milligrams or 6 milligrams, which is fun because then when you ask the Indian cashier for the one to the right of the one he just touched, he's like, what's the difference? You have to be like, I'm worse addicted. You cocksucker. Thanks for making me say that out loud. You put him on the shelf.
Yeah, and he still calls you his friend.
Yeah, exactly. Not like
I
my
don't
boy
think
Muhammad.
he means it, though. I think he's lying. When he says friend, I don't think he's really your friend.
No, it's empty.
Yeah.
It's empty for sure.
I will say Muhammad, my Muslim friend, he means it. He means it. I got him tickets to see me at Broadway, perform a 10-minute spot, and we have been best friends since.
He probably thought you were Muslim, right? Because of the beard and shit?
Yeah, and to be honest with you, there's a 2-drink minimum, and I went in and I was like, hey man, there's a 2-drink minimum. If that's an issue with you being Muslim or whatever, just let me know, and I'll figure out a way to take care of it for you. So I think it was like, oh yeah, and in a few weeks it's gonna be like, hey, that thing they built where the towers used to be?
Oh
you gotta
shit!
Send a message.
Yeah, remember?
Old Biden needs a war to get over this inflation.
I always thought it was a good idea that when you think someone could do something bad, to befriend them, just enough, not to be so you can be linked, but enough so when something's gonna go down, they could just tap you on the shoulder and go, hey, take tomorrow off. You know what I mean? That's all you want.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of live my life in the zone where it won't be, hey, take the day off. It'll be like, I'll give you a 30-second head start.
Oh shit! Nice.
I would need more than 30 seconds because there'd be 25. I knew that guy was going to do that. I'd have to talk shit. And then I need 5-second run.
Yeah.
I think Indian men always lie about being men's best friends, but they're telling the truth on Instagram when they're like, beautiful lady, kisses. I think that's the truth. They really do want to give those ladies kisses.
Oh, yeah.
They put the flame emoji underneath. That's my favorite.
They're always stalking them, too. They're like, come talk to me, fine lady.
Baby girl. Beautiful princess.
I treat you like a queen.
Do you think comedic magicians are the Indian men of entertainment industry?
Ooh, that's a good
stink.
call. That's a good call.
I also like how you don't call them men. Not only are they you're saying they're shitty, but they're not even men in this scenario. Just comedic magicians. Are they the men? I don't know if you know, Chris, but a comedic magician, his greatest act was stealing Bobby's girlfriend. So that's where
he made her disappear.
Yep.
Well, something disappeared into her.
You know what? It still hurts every time everybody makes that joke. Thanks,
Oh
Chris.
shit!
It's not like I was gonna bring it up today. You just crammed it into your Mohammed Tron.
Yeah, no, literally last week I was like, God, I got to stop doing that after how much of a hard time people are giving Kanye. But just jumped right back in. I'm all over the place tonight.
I do always think you and Kanye are very similar.
Did he saw her in half?
No, what's the opposite of that? I think he turned her into a black hole because she's been gaining a significant amount of mass. If you catch my drift.
Oh, okay,
It's a
okay.
Space joke
So
for you.
yeah, she
Fucking
could
astronaut freaks out there.
she could be one of Rob Saul's girlfriends then.
He likes them big.
Yeah. Apparently, after
I thought he
breaks up
liked
with
them men.
Then he has an excuse not to fuck him. That was what I was gonna say. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, he everybody's teetering whether he is or isn't, and I mean,
I don't think everyone's teetering. The guy's fucking her. Like they're like, yeah, he likes men. It's like,
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's coming out. I'm telling you. I think his dad didn't come out until later in life, and I'm pretty sure that he's probably waiting for that birthday to officially say. But in the meantime, he keeps trying to convince everybody, "I love women. I love women." But I just did.
Everybody's like, shut the fuck up and just keep sucking my cock.
Yeah. Just keep spitting on it, my friend.
yeah, they're great at shopping.
yeah. So he just told us this story about his ex-girlfriend, and she shoved a flip-flop in his ass. And he was like, I was just bent over getting dressed. I'm like, no, dude, no. Nobody bends over long enough to get a flip-flop shoved in their ass.
Or stays there long enough to take said flop. Okay,
Yeah.
one thing to get like spanked with it and like, haha, joking around like a towel, but to put a flip flop is not shaped to go in a cornhole unless your cornhole's been exposed to things, and you have to like twist it and get it, and and you stay over. Like, yeah, that's a lot
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah. And then
There
to
are
top it
so
off.
many points I would have said no before we got to the flip flop in the ass.
Oh, no. And then he follows it up
Well,
with
it depends what the other shoes are.
yeah, if the shoe fits.
Do you have like a
So-
fucking stiletto we could start with and work our way up?
Yeah. Start small. So and then he followed it up with she pulls it out and puts it up to her nose, and she's like, ooh, this smells like shit. And I'm like, what the fuck do you think it's gonna smell like?
Rob Saul
He's
was
gay.
like, that's my
I was
favorite
joking.
aphrodisiac. Yeah, that smell of shit. It's what
Yeah,
makes
I
me
was
yeah.
come.
joking until that statement. He's gay because he just said he can't even think like a lady would think. Like a woman wouldn't have said that. A guy might maybe joke. We talked about this in the last podcast. A guy jokingly would gross me out. Be like, smells like shit in there. But what woman would shove a flip flop in your without unless she's attacking you and you're like being held ransom and they're doing shit to you? Why would you shove a flip flop in your ass and then go, you smell like shit? What,
Yeah.
you have sex next? What is that, foreplay? What is that?
I don't know, but I mean, eventually he will finally admit it, I guess,
What
at
is
some
that?
point.
That is a sign you probably got molested as a kid. I'm just throwing that out there. If you're
Yeah.
Jeff Foxworthy?
yeah.
You might be molested. If you take a flip flop in the ass and a fat girl said you smell like shit, you might have been molested.
Yeah. He needs a shirt that says that. So he needs a shirt.
If you
Maybe,
have an apron that says "kiss my vegan dick," you might be molested.
It's plant-based.
The best part about Rob is if he listens to this, he'll laugh at all of it. That's why we all
Oh,
love
yeah.
Rob Saul. Is he's got the best sense of humor around.
Dude, that
When he
guy's
was a
gay
guest
guy.
on here, he was fantastic. I mean, he's great. We're joking with him. I don't listen, gay, straight. I don't care what he is, as long as the man's happy.
Yeah.
I just think that if you're with any woman, friends or dating, and she shoves a flip flop in your ass and it goes and smells like shit, you should leave her. But that
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
a little toxic.
Yeah, the bad thing is she broke up with him. So, I mean, at some point he liked it. So I was just like, dude, I'm like, what the fuck? So Bobby, you don't have it so hard, man. I mean, you could have women shoving flip-flops up your ass.
Well, funny.
No,
you
Bobby
should
said
say
at least
that,
I have a
Chris.
woman.
Funny you
Yeah.
should say that, Chris.
Just happened last night.
No, a lady friend I've been, getting close with wanted a vibrator for her birthday, so I bought it for her, and she was like, "It's coming soon. Are you excited?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am." And she was like, "Good, because we're gonna use it on you." And I
What?
was like, I have a penis, right?" And she was like,
Oh.
"Well, it's not that what I'm talking about." And I was like, "But I thought we got it for you." And she was like, "Well, we can share." And I was like, "That doesn't really seem sanitary." And she was like, "You're just full of excuses, aren't you?" And I was like, "I'd rather be full of excuses than that fucking vibrator." And she laughed and the subject changed.
Ooh, so was she like specific in the size of the vibrator? and
No.
stuff? Like,
I think honestly
like-
she's just fucking with me. She knows that's a no-fly zone.
yeah, nope, fuck that, man. I'd be
been-
like, worst birthday ever.
I've been notorious for saying I don't eat pussy. I can assure you nothing's going in my ass.
Are you half black?
No, but it's gross.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Nothing
Chris, I've had
sanitary
this
there,
argument with
Chris.
him so much. I'll let you
Chris.
take it. I get so mad. It's ridiculous.
Chris, we know you aren't affected by scents because your
Yeah,
sister's
come on.
pheromones don't turn you off. You West Virginia fucking hick. Don't tell me.
I love the
about
smell
what's
of
gross
sweat.
and not. Yeah, your sister's and your own. You're like, it smells like my dick.
Yeah, but at least it's my dick, not a dildo.
Fair enough.
All right, Bobby, you have a choice. You can either get a flip flop shoved up your ass or eat out your sister.
I'd kill myself.
Not a choice.
It's
a choice.
always a choice.
Not a choice.
Yeah,
No.
I don't
They-
want to still
You're
Shane
like prison.
Gillis'
They took
thing.
away the shoe. They took away the shoestrings. You got nothing. You got.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to rip off Shane, but bet you I don't. He was like the guy who killed himself right before the sex trafficking scandal. Everybody who was there,
Yeah.
he killed himself, and he was like, all the police were like, "We'll see you in court tomorrow, you piece of shit." And he was just like, "Bet you won't."
Done.
Bobby, it's her birthday.
Yeah.
So for her birthday, she wants to use a vibrator on you.
No, she was just fucking around with that.
No, I get it. But even in the Bobby, with all things in life, there's some truth to every joke. We all know
Yeah.
this.
In jest.
So if you said, "Oh, you know what? I've never tried that." Well, I'm open to almost anything. If it was with you, if you even like showed the hint, she wouldn't have gone, "I'm just joking and you're gay."
I think
She would have been like,
honestly,
"I'm down." She
I
was
think-
testing the water.
I don't think her fetish is putting things in guys' asses. I think her fetish is getting punched in the face.
Oh
She was
shit.
just trying to work me up.
I don't think that's hilarious, but I don't think that was a fetish thing. I think that was let's test where my control lies thing.
Yeah.
What's this
Yeah.
guy down for? Now she might be very happy. Your answer was no, thank you. I said no to that. But she might have wanted to see how much am I gonna cuck this human, or is this guy gonna be like equal with me, or is he gonna be the alpha? And I think you went right to the equal. Hey, I will buy you said vibrator, but you will be using. I will watch you use said vibrator. I will even use it on you, but I will not be sticking it anywhere inside of me.
Well, I mean, I did go the alpha move because the rest of the text wasn't for fucking around like that. Tattoo my name on your pussy to make up for it. So we're good.
Did she?
No.
It's like, what number on the
Fucking
list
Chris.
did you want it?
Chris, I like how Pat laughed at the joke and Chris was like, "Did she? What font did she use? Who specializes in that? I got a lady friend."
Yeah. Did it say Bobby eat me? Eventually.
The donkey, property of the donkey.
I guess it wonders how big her pussy lips are. Does it say Bobby or Robert Tamburo?
The third. We were able to fit the third.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Big
Well, he
lips.
better say the third because it's right under the first and second on.
Oh shit.
I think I've told this on here before, but I was dating a girl years and years ago, and I went over to her place for the first time, and we went into the bedroom, and she had some kind of, it looked like a strap-on thing, but I couldn't tell what it was, type contraption, and I'm like, what is that? And she's like, oh no, that's not what you think. It's a tail. And I'm like, what? She's like, it looked like a horse's tail with like the hair, but it had like a butt plug thing. And she goes, it's like, to be a pony. And I was like, so you're going to be a pony? She goes, well, I'm not going to be a pony. I said,
Oh shit.
I'm also not going to be said pony. She goes, well, you're not open to stuff? I said, no, I'm close to I'm the most vanilla person in the world. She goes, fine, I'll be the pony. I go, no one's being a pony. I wanted human on human fucking, and that was it. And she pouted for a while, and then she goes, just for like a minute. I'm like, no, it didn't change.
Oh my
no
God.
pony stuff. And she's like, you know what you're missing out on? I go, oh, bestiality? I don't think I'm missing out on that. I like people action.
When she was pouting, was she like,
It was fine though, because I just fed her an apple and I rubbed.
yeah? You're like, back that. Let me comb your mane. So, oh my God, fuck that, man. I don't think I've ever been in a fucked up situation like that. Like,
It's rare for me. I'm pretty clear up front. I am. I'm very vanilla. I'm pretty boring. I'm not really kinky in any way. I'm not like I will definitely go down on a woman. I enjoy that thoroughly. I was raised with Irish Catholic guilt, so
No.
therefore I feel like I need to
Patterns.
make everyone feel good. You know what I mean? What's
yeah.
that?
I said, no, you were raised with Irish Catholic guilt, Pat Oates.
Yes. Patrick James Oates. But like I
Let me guess,
always
Chris likes beer.
So did I, and I had to stop. Patrick James also did that. But I'm that way. I actually I can't do what I gotta do and be happy until they're happy. Like I literally, like I'm that way in it. But I'm not ever gonna be, unless their happiness is like making me uncomfortable, then that will not work. I have to be into it. I have to actually care about the person. I've never been able to have a one-night stand in my life. I can't do that. It's not like I need Viagra. I just have to like the person. My dick is way more sensitive than I am. You know, my dick's a poet and I'm an asshole. I would like to be the dickhead who would do everything, but no. My dick will be like, we're not going there. That's gross.
Yeah, your dick catches feelings.
Yeah, I appreciate my dick for that. Like, it's a poet. It's no Longfellow, but it's like, but it is what it is. Poetry jokes, Bobby. That's what I've resorted to already on this fucking show. But
Chris
Bobby,
is
when
just
I was bringing
laughing
up
to
the
sound
beginning,
smart.
real quick, we had Darrell on, and one of our guests was mad because Chris, on a lot of shows, people do like impressions. I do too. One is just blatantly Chinese, and one is just old black guy. That's all I have. It's it. Bobby will out of nowhere bring up something and try to get me to do it at certain points. Just like, hey, he would just lead a thing going, you know what you want to do, then I don't want to do it. Then we realize, is this one going on Patreon or is this one going on YouTube? Therefore, how far I go. No, I do this, hello there. Like, it's awful. It's like foghorn leghorn means Al Jolson thing. But I never realized this till one of our fans put it up there. I don't do it when black people are on the show. Now, it's not on purpose. I think it's just Darrell was a good guest and we weren't. I do that voice when the show's going off the rails a little and we need something. And when we have good guests, I don't need to do it. So therefore, and by the way, by me telling the story about it, I'm not saying you're such a bad guest.
Yeah.
I had to tell a story about
wait a
what
minute.
I do.
For getting a complex. I'm going to go get my ponytail.
But throughout the show, I'll be doing it a lot. I can tell. No kidding. But Bobby, so am I the piece of shit for not doing the voice all the time? Is the fan a piece of shit for saying that? Like, because it's a black guy, you won't do it when a Darrell's on the show, but you'll do it when a Dan Brown's on the show. Which, by the way, my new term for black people is a Darrell. But who's or is it you, Bobby, for making me do these impressions that are terrible?
It's no one. The guest is hilarious. Or not the guest. I mean, not the guest. The fan who commented that. That's a very funny comment to be like, you're not going to say that to his face, are you? But you also have, and you would. We've done black voice in front of black people before.
I did it with Lemaire on. I know that.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it's one of those things, and it's not like, because it's not racist. No. If you were a racist, then you would run. You know what I mean? Like,
I usually do it during a story when I'm reading the story and the person is black. I think it's to get in the mode because some people listen to this on audio and I want to help them.
Yeah, you're like an old school 1920s radio producer with 1920s thoughts. And
hey, kids. And then here comes the black boys.
I step and fetch. I do them both.
Why don't you start doing something with your black guests called Your People, My People? And then you can just ask them.
We should have a green screen for them where it's just outside because we don't let them in.
Jesus Christ.
No water fountain.
Well, there is one, but I wouldn't use it.
That's a throwback.
So, Chris, who's the piece of shit in that story? You could choose anybody. Is it me for having a voice? Should I be more woke? Should I not do voice? Voice doesn't matter. Is it the fan for like bringing it up and saying that? Is it Darrell for not saying, hey, why don't you do a black voice at me? I'm black. It's okay.
Well, now, y'all, here in West Virginia, we just keep things segregated, so we don't have to deal with any of them issues like that.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to say you, Pat, because you should definitely do the black voice.
But there was nothing in this show that inspired me to do it. Like, nothing came up. We talked about white women getting thrown off Tinder. I think there was no reason.
Oh, right there is plenty of room to bring it up. So, I mean, that right there is plenty of room because if white women are being thrown off Tinder, I mean, every black guy knows that and they're fetching them.
Oh, these are thin. These were supermodels trying to be on dating apps and then the dating app thinking they were bots because they were too hot to be real people and kicking them off. So they were upset they were being treated that way.
Oh wow, supermodels need love too, and actually, a lot of those supermodels have the worst confidence. So, like,
Exactly. And then they get kicked
guys,
off there. So that's what was crazy. About it.
yeah, they have the worst confidence. So it's very easy to get a supermodel.
But the piece of shit in that story was actually the two people that wrote the article for the New York Post because it took two women to write that article. How much
Ooh.
research are you doing?
Yeah,
Why was it
yeah.
a collaboration?
Yeah, that it takes two of them. Yeah, that is right. I agree with that.
But speaking of the black voice, Bobby, I did have an idea for a new T-shirt that we still won't make ever. You know how a lot of times they take like a character from a cartoon or something like that, and then they sell the T-shirt in the hood, but they hood it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they take like Mickey Mouse, but he has like bling on and shit like that.
Yeah.
Bobby, our new T-shirt is going to be a car, but it's got instead of tires, it has like hoop earrings, and it's got little rats in the front, like hood rats, if you will, and it says Lightning McQueen Latifah. That is our new shirt.
Oh, I like
that I
that.
think we could sell. I thought of it the other day. We could do a whole fucking thing. I even asked Dan if we could do maybe a little cartoon. He's like, I'm not sure about that one, but I like the T-shirt.
Oh, he was
Lightning
cool with the
McQueen Latifah.
retarded priest, but Queen Lightning
Yeah.
McQueen.
Did you ask Darrell?
I did not ask him yet. I think he's too young to know the reference.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, if he says okay, you got the green light.
I'm not gonna. I don't know with that shirt if I'm gonna take a census.
Put it out as a Twitter
It's
poll.
more of a ask for apologies
Right.
Yeah.
situation.
We will sell them half price in February to black people.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Code history.
I just want to get sued by Queen Latifah and what the fuck's his name? Kachow. What the fuck's his name? Owen Wilson at the same time. I want to get sued by both of them.
Oh shit. Yeah.
That would be fun.
This just in, is the Batman racist? In only
Ooh.
fighting white supervillains, is he saying that white people are superior to black people? That black people should be dealt with by the police who tend to kill them when black Batman has a no-kill policy? And isn't it weird that all the supervillains and all the criminals in general in Gotham City happen to be white?
Mm.
This and more at 6 p.m.
Was Bane white?
I'm talking about the Batman, the latest.
The new
Oh,
one?
the movie that just came out.
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
that
like
movie sucked.
Yeah, I like to solve TV shows, like to figure out what the formula is to figure it out. Like Castle, it's very easy to figure out who committed the murder. It's the guy they introduced for no reason in the first scene. Like when they're first
Yeah.
at the crime, they introduce this character for no reason, then it comes back at the end. In the Batman, all you had to do was be like, huh, what would fit in with mainstream like vibes right now? And it all
Yeah.
came true. Like anybody who was a hero, they tore down, and it turned out he was a bad guy. Anybody who was like a strong father figure turned out to be a piece of shit. It was just like you could just guess it all from like 10 minutes in.
Yeah. And a lot of the lines in that movie were old Batman movies. So like if you looked at the older Batman movies, like the Michael Keatons and stuff like that, they were the same exact lines. And I'm like, why did I come see this? This thing sucks. It's the worst. Plus, I should have known that. I should have known that from the.
I will say, like, it was 3 hours long, and there are so many scenes of just him walking slowly as Batman.
Yeah.
Trying.
And he never calls himself Batman.
No, he doesn't.
He
do.
what was it he called himself?
Vengeance.
Yeah.
Vengeance.
Vengeance. Pat, if you haven't seen it, you don't waste your money. It sucks.
But I've heard about it. I've read different things. I've heard some people say they loved it. I've heard why it was inspired. It was he tried to do the guy who wrote it, directed it, tried to take a Kurt Cobain approach at Batman.
What? Blow your brains out?
But like that dark brooding. I don't like myself, so I'm putting I'm putting this one thing out there that I think the world will like, but deep down I don't like who I am, and that's why Nirvana's music is in the movie as well. That was kind of like his
explains why
thing.
Batman's girlfriend shot him in the face and then put the gun in the wrong hand.
Yeah. And she said, Courtney Love, peace.
Yeah, and then the
Yeah.
Foo Fighters.
And that's
started,
also why
and they were
like
"They're great,"
Batman's
and those
drummer
all the
left
songs
and made a
sound the
better band.
same. I think we said the opposite thing there, but okay.
You had the girlfriend. I just went with the.
Oh, I was then pointing out then one left to start a band that everybody thinks is great, but all the songs sound the same.
I know,
Yeah.
they're my favorite band.
They're just a spicy Nickelback.
Without a doubt, they are my favorite band. At least
Was it-
people have heard of my favorite band.
Yeah, it was a spicy Nickelback.
What if
That
I
sounds
said
like
you're
something you would
just a
get at
cocksucker?
7-Eleven. Bobby's definitely ordered that at 7-Eleven and not gotten it through Grubhub. I'll take the spicy Nickelback, please.
My friend. My friend.
Chico Kruger. I would enjoy Chico Kruger singing of Nickelback songs. That's my spicy Nickelback.
Shit. Yeah, that movie sucked though, man. I don't care what perspective that guy took on it. It was terrible. I was just like, I just wasted,
Bato, look at this photograph.
yeah, I
He's
wasted
like the
3
one we used
hours.
to have. That's my spicy Nickelback.
It's throw out the black voice.
Oh, see, because he wasn't black. There would be no sense. There wouldn't be Shaquille Kruger. There wouldn't.
Shaquille Kruger.
And now I'm trying to think of another Nickelback song, and I can't. I would have done it. Is that all your Batman stuff?
Pretty much.
Well, then I have a
I
story.
ruined it.
What
No,
if
no, no.
I say
But I
I'm
wanted to
just
know
a
if we were done.
cocksucker? What if I say my girlfriend's a cover now? I'm gay. I'm the cocksucker. That's their song, right?
What? I don't know what that is.
That was The Pretender by the Foo Fighters.
Oh, I thought that was Rob Saul's ringtone.
That's what I was basing.
It's gonna
it was
be.
the Rob Saul story, but is that
It's
what
gonna be.
Pretender's about? Is he pretending to be straight?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You want the real answer, or you just want to go with this?
Hey, let's go with this. Hear me out. What if I said I'm not like the others? What if I said I'm not just another one? You're fake. You're the pretender. What's the next line?
Call Rob
It's
Saul.
something surrender. I don't know the
Yeah.
line, man.
Something about he's just trying to get somebody to give into his homosexuality.
Yeah, that is true. Holy shit.
Like it's two dudes hanging out. He's like, yo, what if I said I'm not
Right.
just another?
Two dudes hanging out.
They're just hanging out after a party. Like all the girls they were trying to get are gone. They're in their dorm room. Their best
Ooh,
friend
yeah.
just shot himself in the face. And they're like, yeah, what if I said I'm not like the others? What if I said I'm not just another? He's like moving in real close, and the other guy's like, what the fuck? I'm
Yeah.
That was
straight.
the other guy, Taylor, and then he found out, so he had to kill him and say he's died on his own.
I'm straight. And then the guy's like, no, you're the fake. You're a
Well, guess
pretender.
who's dying in South America?
What if I said I'll never surrender? And then he just raped him. And that's what the
shit.
I didn't know we were going rape.
Well,
Yeah.
it's the Foo Fighters.
You
Rape
got
your
any
butt or rape your
flip-flops?
ears.
It's the Foo Fighters, not the Pooh Fighters. We're not going there, okay? A simple joke. Chris is like, oh God, I thought I wasn't on Levy's show. Why are we doing these jokes?
Yeah, you know what?
All
It's
these
not
are
rape.
going right over Chris's head. He's like, I
No,
like
no,
that-
no, no.
No. We
No.
need to do a parody of Cold Beer. Never broke
Yeah.
my heart.
I love it. I love it. Just because I live in West Virginia right now, everybody thinks I'm from here. I'm not from here.
You're not? Where are you
I
from?
didn't know where you live.
No.
Bobby's the stalker. I didn't know.
Yeah. I'm from Michigan, so that's why I always wear the Detroit Tigers stuff. I'm from Michigan. I was born and raised in Michigan.
Where'd you get the accent?
What accent?
Yeah, I've lived here for a while. I moved down here for a while because when I was married, my ex-wife told me I'm from West Virginia, and if we don't move back down there,
And that's why you divorced her.
well, no. She was like, if you don't move there, it's going to cost you half. And at that point, I wasn't ready to give up half of everything that I had. And so I said, okay, I'll move down here. We moved down here. As soon as we got down here, bought a fucking house. And as soon as I bought the house, probably 6 months later, she decided she was leaving. And I was like, okay. And so now I'm stuck with my house in West Virginia.
That doesn't explain an accent.
That does
Yeah.
sound like the start to a country song, though.
It is.
That stupid bitch said if I didn't move, I'd lose
Yeah.
half.
I realized where the lyrics come from. That's when I got into country. I was
Very
like,
Luke
oh
Combs
shit.
song. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Worked out
totally.
well.
That,
But I
that's,
think like if when someone says they live somewhere for a couple of years, like when someone like moves to New York and they start having like a Brooklyn accent, it's like I don't. Why is that not called a cultural appropriation? But other things are like when I went to school in high school and I went to one school for a year with all black kids and I was like the world's first wigger, and then I took out a little bit of a slang like an Eminem. I was given shit by my dad for talking like the N-word speak. That's what my dad would say to me all the time, but he didn't say it as fluently as I did. But that was a big deal. But you moving to West Virginia, I know that I really don't speak like that. We all know that Eminem doesn't really speak like that. Maybe he does now, but you're just putting it on to become that thing. If you've tried, you'd be back to your Michigan voice.
Yeah. I think so. I don't know though, man. Although Bobby might be a little bit right, because when I do go back home to visit, they're like, "Oh my God, you have an accent now."
I mean,
and I'm like,
it's one of those things. I grew up in Memphis, so if I go down to the South for like a week or two, I can throw on the Southern drawl again. You know what I mean? Like you can really pull it out of your ass.
Yeah, I visited Georgia for a week, and whenever I go down there, I'm like, "Hello there, Bobby. How's it going there? Oh, Mr. Chris Ables. Oh, it's so cold, Chris. I got to sleep in that barn tonight. It's so cold. Please don't hit my wife."
You know what that means, Chris? You're blowing it.
Yeah, I know. He sounds like Daryl. Sounds like Daryl. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Let's get back to the real shit.
Oh, you dishonor the horse show. Wow, Chris Rabel, you make shows so terrible. You don't drink sake. You drink beer like a bitch.
Yes.
Those are my 2 impressions. When I first started doing comedy, someone's like, "Do you do impressions?" I'm like, "I don't think you want these."
Nope.
And it was literally like 3 months in a showcase, and I did both of those. It was asked not to come back. They still paid me $15. And I was like, "Yeah, you asked me to do something. That's what I do." To be fair, it was a woman that booked it. She wasn't a comic, and I did the voices as the 2 guys that usually run a train on her. So it wasn't the best 5 minutes.
That's why she wasn't.
She kept telling me not to do my jokes, and I'm like, "Well, I'm doing this now."
Yeah. Did you run the train?
No.
Well, that's what was missing.
I definitely handled the caboose.
Yeah, that's what was missing from the impression. You should have ran the train, and she would have been like, "Nailed it."
The 2 of them ran the train quite well. Whatever names I gave them, they weren't. It was bad. I think Tyrone Shoelaces was the one guy's name.
Oh shit!
That was a joke my dad used to do all the time.
Man, I'm sick of these bookers, Pat. I'm sick of them.
I'm not, because now I can just tell them whatever I want to do, and it's fine. But back then, I couldn't.
I'm sick of them in the sense that
Pat, bookers is West Virginia slang.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of them driving my property down. I'm trying to sell a house, and all these fucking bookers are moving into my neighborhood.
Tired of these bookers with no shoelaces.
Goddamn Booker T coming around.
Yeah. Bookers need to pull up their goddamn pants in my neighborhood.
All these Booker T's and Frederick Douglass is running around the uniform place.
The Booker Man. So he comes out at night.
Well, you're gonna see him during the day.
Yeah. True. I'm sorry, Pat. Go ahead.
You were saying bookers.
Yeah. I'm just tired of the bookers that have never done comedy and stuff like that, and just taking advantage of the comedians and shit. For example, like there's this one that put me on a show, and they said, "Oh, he'll just be happy to be on the show." No, I'm not. I'm not going to be happy to be on your show. I need to get paid. It's my time. I'm tired of it.
But did you bring that up at the beginning of the negotiation?
You know what? I did not know. I signed a contract, and the contract specifically had some money in it.
Okay.
And then they tried. Yeah, then they tried to withdraw it, but they did not tell me that they were withdrawing the money. They told the venue, and the venue was talking to me, and I was like, "Oh no!" I was like, "I'm tired of this shit. I'm sick of this game." So
now, did you hear this from the booker? Because venues will also try to turn things on you too and get you to go against them to make them not like the bad guy. Because the venue at the end of the day is the money. You know what I mean? So the bookers sometimes will get put in a weird. Not defending them, but when I wrote a book about all this, there was one big thing. It's like a lot of comics get upset about not knowing what's going on because no one from the beginning ever tells you how to negotiate, how to do this. And at the very beginning, we are so excited to perform that we become like dumb little people and just go, "Okay, I'll do whatever you say." But we don't come in, we don't ask the questions. When you're like, my rule is always this: if you're not sure if you're getting paid, if you ask to be on the show, you're probably not. If they ask you, if you don't, that's your fault. Because if they reach out to you, you have a value. If you reached out to them, you've shown that the value to you is the stage time. So that either way, know that before you even show up that night. Am I getting paid? Oh, great. When am I getting paid? How much time am I doing? Where do I have to be? What are the responsibilities are? So when you get there, all that is gone. Because when you first start off, you don't want the worries about those kind of things. You want to go there thinking about the money or the time, or when you're in the lineup or any of that. You want to just go there and do your act. And I think a lot of times comics get mad then bash the booker who did give them an opportunity. Now, I'm not defending them, but without people who can't do comedy but still love it, we wouldn't perform places. There's so many people that will put on shows because they aren't funny, but they love comedy, and they make their lives a way for us to do our craft. Now, there's shitheads too, but there's also shithead comedians. So you just got to make sure you do that. But once you had a contract, yeah, then they should have taken care of that no matter what.
Real quick, Chris, real quick. Who books that show?
Oh,
it's me. I'm booking the show. Hey, Bobby, you're gonna be on there. Sign this contract. You work at Popeyes now.
I'm not ready to throw their name out there yet because the show is.
Oh no, you don't have to throw it out there now. Just DM me after the show. I'm trying to get booked on it later. That's all.
Oh no, Bobby.
He's trying to bump you. This is a joke he's doing.
You know what? Yeah, you totally
old school comedy.
I'll send you all their shit, Bobby. I'll send you all their shit, and I say good luck to you, sir.
No. It's just an old school joke. That's all. I don't actually want to know.
No. That old joke actually has a whole thing to it where two comics are talking, and one walks up, the other one says, "I had a nightmare gig last night. I get there. They told me I was going to do 20 minutes. They only gave me 5. They said they were going to pay me X amount. They only paid me this. They said they were going to feed me. The food was in a garbage bag. It's like the venue was supposed to have 500 people. There was 12 people there. The green room was actually outside. This whole thing. And the other comic goes, "Who books that?" Like, so that's the whole thing. Like, the comic mentality is you still got stage time, right? So it's like,
yeah, 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, nice. And then you get food in the garbage bag. That sounds great.
You got food. So you gotta love it. No, I'm just I guess I was talking to somebody earlier, and they said, "What's going on, man?" They said, "We can tell something's up," and I said, "I'm tired of being fucking jerked around by these people. I'm just they're ruining it for me, and I'm just tired of it, man. I've been in this game too long, and I'm fed up with this bullshit."
They jerked you off? You didn't mention that in the payment.
I wish.
Who books that?
Yeah, definitely. Who fucking books that?
I'll DM both of you.
No, I get what you're saying though, Chris, because it's like a real tough line to walk. And Pat, you're a little bit past this because you have the resume for it. You know what I mean? Like, you were a house comic at places, so people, when they book you on things, I think at this point just kind of assume it's for money. For the most
I also
part.
Don't allow even the assumption. I have blown off some relationships, but I come in right away. When you reach out to me, this is what I want. Unless I know you. There are certain bookers that I just know so well. They can just hit me up. I know I'm going to get taken care of. There's no worries.
Yeah.
But if I don't know you and you approach me about anything, within the 5 minutes, we're going to establish everything, and there won't be anything changing from it. You know what I mean? I make that clear right away.
And that's
what I need.
Best advice
this is what I want.
me.
This is what's happening.
Yeah, like, to just be honest about it. But I'm not where you're at, Chris. Like, I'm still willing to take a ton of free work. So if you're watching this and you have a show, let me know. But I get the point where it's like I need some kind of level of acknowledgement. Otherwise, and it's tough, especially, are you doing it in your same area?
No. This is a traveling gig. Yeah.
Okay.
This is a
the
traveling
issue
gig.
I ran into is, like, at home, until you leave, people are like, "Oh yeah, you're just that same guy." You know what I mean? You could be murdering every night, and that's what I would recommend is just But
what I hate is the you sign the contract. Everything's laid out. Yeah, I mean, the money, everything. You go, do what you do.
Look at this rich motherfucker getting contracts, Pat.
That's a lot of things now. A lot of places are so afraid now. No, I'm saying, even there are people signing contracts in paperwork now that years ago you would have never done. It's just that everyone's so afraid that they have to cover their own tracks. Comics, bookers, because there's too many people involved. It really was just most bookers ran the venue, or they were the third party that rented it out. But now the venue wants to be involved because nobody wants to share the promoting anymore. So it's a nightmare and also now that comics have more reach than ever, now it's on us to promote things more, because it used to not be that. It used to be like, okay, we'll put you on radio when you get there for the week, or we'll do that and you'll help in that way, but you have to do that stuff. Now it's more about, hey, Chris, you have reach with LevyLand, so therefore you need to mention it 4 or 5 times. Put that in the contract. Can you do these things and make sure you're promoted and make sure the venue will pay you a amount, but also, or they'll take care of the hotel to get the information from there, but the booker will take care of this, or this third party, or this sponsor will take care of this. And so there's so many things that you need paperwork to cover all that. So when you get there, you know who to contact.
Right. Yeah. So the only part that I had a problem with was that the money was they tell you X amount of dollars. You get there, they give you the half up front, and then at the end of the gig, you got to chase them down. And I'm tired of that shit. I'm like, dude, I want the other half. Come on, I came and did what I was supposed to do. I did it. It's done. I want to go. Oh, aren't you staying the night? We can take care of this in the morning. I'm like, no, I want my money right now. That's what I want.
When I
So
get
there
there
I
at the
am,
beginning, I find out who the person is, who's the contact after. I know you guys are all busy. You're running this, you're doing that, whatever. Who is the person I'm going to deal with? And if they say to me, hey, it might be busy after, I go, well, that's fine. But you tell me right now if I'm just going to go relax and then find you tomorrow or I'm doing it tonight. But I don't want to stand around for no reason and be the
Right.
schmuck who looks like he's begging for something that's actually owed to me. Because
Yeah.
unless there was a deal and a bonus thing where like I get A and then when enough people show up, I get B, I should be getting the amount I was told to get right now. If you're going to mail me the rest, that's fine, but tell me that then. I've worked for too many people that you get there and they're like, oh, we're going to mail it to you. I'm like, that was not part of the deal. I was told I was going to check, so you better find a checkbook and write me the check. If you told me that you're going to mail it to me, then I wouldn't have cared. And it wouldn't have been something I budgeted out. They don't think about that. Like, this is the money we make. And this is how we have to handle it. And you're right. The last thing I want to do is chase anybody. So I establish all of that. Who's the contact? Who's the paying person? And I need to know all the names. And I need phone numbers in case they somehow don't show up that night. I will call them many times
Right.
and ruin their day.
Yeah.
I thought the problem was they told you it was for X amount of dollars and you didn't know how to do algebra. And they were you were just like, oh,
So-
fuck.
Divided by 2. No, so-
I forgot PEMDAS. That's why I thought I was getting 1,000. It's $10. God damn it.
It'd be great if the X amount of dollars, like, well, who's going to give it to you? See, X going to give it to you. He's going to give it to you.
Not anymore.
He's like, I'm from West Virginia and I'm racist. I won't get this joke.
Yeah.
What is this? Bobby, you brought up Batman, so I will do a story that's also about heroes. The Flash star Ezra Miller was arrested at a Hawaii bar. Ezra, the film star best known for playing the Flash in Justice League films, was arrested just after midnight Monday at a bar in Hawaii after allegedly flipping out over patrons singing karaoke. The 29-year-old was charged with disorderly conduct and harassment in a connection with the late-night disturbance at a South Hilo bar. Where is he? Oh, thank you, New York Post, for fucking giving me ads in the middle of something. During the course of their investigation, police determined that the man, later identified as Ezra Miller, became agitated while patrons at the bar began singing karaoke. Miller began yelling obscenities and at one point grabbed the microphone from a 23-year-old woman singing karaoke, disorderly conduct offense, and later lunged at a 32-year-old man playing darts. The bar owner asked Miller to calm down several times to no avail. Miller, who revealed to GQ in 2020 that he used they/them pronouns and a pointed refusal to be gender identified in any category, was arrested and charged with the total bail set at $500. And he was released, authorities said. In addition to the appearing in the now it just goes through his whole fucking life. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it Ezra Miller for getting upset because people were having a good time at a bar, playing darts and singing karaoke? These are activities that you do at a bar. Now, if he was there to perform, I'm sure, Chris, you've done it. I've been on shows where you're like, hey, can they not play pool in front of me? I'm trying to talk. That's not, I understand that very much so. But here, it sounds like he was hanging at a bar and just mad and upset. Is it the patrons? For once he yelled a couple of times, hey, chill. They could have chilled. I mean, it's karaoke. That's the bar's problem. But the dart guy, maybe he could have stopped playing. I don't know. I wouldn't have stopped. I'd be like, fuck you. I don't care who you are. Because I wouldn't know who Ezra Miller was if you fucking stood right in front of me. I've seen the Flash in the DC things, but I wouldn't know who they were. My bad. Is it the police for not calling him they, them when they were arresting them, which I think is hilarious? Or is it the county for only the bail of $500? You've got Ezra Miller in there. There are cities and towns without money trying to put tolls back up, things like that. You could charge this man a lot more to do that. Or is it the bar for not going, hey, Ezra Miller, shut the fuck up. You're not Aquaman. You know what I mean? We're not dealing with this. Chris, you go first.
Ooh, my initial choice is him.
They,
but-
how dare you? They.
Yeah, they. My initial choice was him.
They.
But I think I'm going to have to go with the bar for not telling him to shut the fuck up. That karaoke is clearly advertised, and we have a dartboard is clearly advertised. So I think I'm gonna have to go with the bar.
Yeah, I mean, okay, if you're that famous and you're at that point in your life where you've got fuck you money and you've been in DC movie, you know what I mean? You're into Justice League. I don't think he's doing poorly, and he's also been in Fantastic Beasts. He's been in big fucking feature things. Unless he's fucking his money up, you're going to a bar. You're almost at the point where you think he'd be in the back or in a private area or just not hanging out amongst the patrons doing karaoke. And if you are going to be that person and do that, you can't be the high-end fucking Hollywood bitch if you're going to go into regular people land. You got to turn that off a little bit or expect for this to happen to you. Because I can't. The only way that bar doesn't tell me shut the fuck up is if he walks in, he throws a couple hundred down on the bar for some bartender who barely makes that much in a night and just goes, I'm running the place. Then you go, you know what? No darts, no karaoke. It's Ezra Miller marathon time. We're doing that. Bobby?
Yeah.
So my initial thought is it's the New York Post because they didn't understand what he was doing. Like, you said it happened in Miami, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, Hawaii, right?
Nope, you said
Hawaii.
Miami. Let's just go with Miami for the sake of my bit.
You're saying it's Kenneth Garger.
Yeah, because he did it in Miami where they just passed the Don't Say Gay law. And he's now they, them. And they're going to have a real hard time not saying gay when they explain that they are they, them. And he's really just trying to do a political move where it's going to get brought to the Supreme Court.
So if this story was actually somewhere else, that would work. But it was in Hawaii where everyone's gay.
Then in that case, I think it's the DC universe for miscasting them. They should have taken Ezra Miller and what's that bitch's name that's now a dude?
Oh, Hannah?
No, Juno.
Yeah, fuck. It starts with the E too.
Yeah, that's why. I just can't remember it.
I was gonna say Ernie, but it's definitely not.
But either way, those two, they them should have just been the Wonder Twins, and it could have been like.
Hey, can I do a hack joke about pronouns?
Yes.
I guess it'd be a fake question, but can people that identify as they them use the carpool lane?
Ooh. It is a dumb one.
I would. I'm sure somewhere some LBG, hold the queue, whatever, is like that's an open mic hack.
Yeah.
Their world, that's the joke.
They making fun of us.
But
no, it's just like that's low hanging cut off fruit. Yeah, don't worry, I don't do a voice of them.
The real piece of shit is society, because we gave these comic book nerds way too much power. Like, you used to just be able to beat them up, and then we got rid of bullying, we got rid of throwing people into lockers, and now they think they have power, and that empowered Ezra Miller to be like, oh no, I'm a comic book nerd, and didn't realize he's 5'2" and would get beat up by everybody in the Hawaiian bar.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
But you know who the piece of shit is? It's not Ezra. It's not the bar. It's not any of them. It's not the 20-year-old woman singing karaoke. It's the 32-year-old man playing darts that let Ezra Miller lunge at him without not knocking him out and go, who's the Flash now? I mean, he's the Flash. If you see him coming, it's the greatest chance to spear Ezra Miller. If I have a dart in my hand and Ezra Miller's running at me, I'm throwing a dart at Ezra Miller because they are the Flash, so they should be able to avoid it. And that would be my defense. I thought they were the Flash. Darts shouldn't have caught them at all. They're faster than darts. And if anyone's lunging me at a bar and only got us $500, that's proving that nobody gives a fuck about me. Ladies singing, whatever, shut up. That bar should have thrown that motherfucker. I mean, they did after, but like the second he lunged at someone holding darts, you knew you were dealing with a mental patient. But that's not Ezra's problem, because the world tells Ezra that Ezra is so amazing they can say, I'm a group of folks. You're not a group of folks. You're one human being. You're not they, them. You're jacking ass. The one person it is the fucking 32-year-old holding a dart and didn't fucking end Ezra Miller.
Well, to be fair, the guy might not have been that good at darts.
He can hit an Ezra. A 5'2" human still bigger than a dartboard.
He might not have been that good though.
And it sounds like Ezra was drinking enough where I don't think they were elusive at that point.
Yeah, he was running slow. They're like slow motion flash.
You do it slow. Just like let go of it.
Oh
That's
shit!
insane. That must have been crazy if you were just hanging at that bar
Yeah,
and like just having a night drink, and your night's like you had a weird night, not a bad one, just kind of like, oh, I went on this date, but it didn't really work out, or like, I was hoping I'd be advancing my job more. You're just like focused on shit, and you're like, that guy looks like Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
The Ezra Miller guy, and your friends texting. I think the Ezra Miller guy just trying to tackle a woman singing karaoke. Like, whatever. You get your phone up. There's got to be video somewhere. At this day and age, how is there not video of Ezra Miller lunging at folks, slapping karaoke people? Because I'd watch that reality show all day.
It's probably just going to be the footage for the next movie. Because he's been hammered and trashed so much lately, they're not going to have anything to film it.
What's that show where the guy like changes your bar? The John guy? What?
Oh yeah, the demo guy, right?
No, he goes in there and he's like, it's like bar restaurate, whatever.
Bar rescue.
Like, yeah, bar rescue. You should do that, but with Ezra Miller.
Pat. I think you're talking about the movie Roadhouse.
Yes, I was thinking
the guy comes in and changes your bar.
Ezra Miller goes to every bar and ruins it, and then this guy comes after and changes it. It's like having an Ezra Miller problem again. Like,
we'll change that in a flash.
And they, I like that. Boom, right away. And they turn into a Marvel bar.
Yeah.
No mask required. Come to it anyway, and they'll respect it better.
Mask required. It's a Marvel bar.
I'm Dr. Rachel Levine. And I am thrilled to announce that I have been cast as the new Magneto in the X-Men franchise.
We know Magneto's name, right?
What?
What would Magneto's name be now?
They or them.
No, Fagnito. Anyway, go ahead.
Magenta.
It was right there.
Magenta Nito.
Bobby, no more? You were just going to that?
I'm Elliot Page, and I'm playing Cyborg.
Elliot Page, that's the name.
That's what I was looking up.
What was Elliot Page's name when Elliot Page was the lady? Ellen, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh, Aquaman could be the Penn State swimmer.
Well, that's not X-Men, no. Good try.
It doesn't matter. Aquaman can still be the Penn State.
But the premise is it's X-Men. You get it? It's X-Men.
Yeah,
see what I'm doing here? It's X-Men, Pat.
Dr. Caitlin Xavier.
Don't forget about me. I'm the Wolverine of the group. That's right.
How is Caitlyn Jenner not the Flash?
No, Caitlyn Jenner, because the Flash isn't an X-Man.
I'm not. If we're taking their dicks and balls away, we can re-script everything.
Yeah, that's right. It's a Marvel.
You're missing the premise, Pat. It's
a Marvel. They used to be women.
X-Men. Dude, that's great, Bobby. You should put a poster together of a bunch of X-Men. Yeah, that would be great.
Listen, if I was president, that would be huge.
That's who the bad guy is. It's just strong. Like, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying we don't need to teach 6-year-olds about it.
Yeah.
DC stands for disabled cocks.
Oh shit.
I would they would make that one, Bobby, for real though. You're making a joke, but they would do that and then be mad that nobody wins. And they'd be like, it's because they're transgender. I'm like, no, it's the worst thing ever. That's not fun. Just people going, I could be a man orally. Like, that's not a power. I can use either bathroom. That's not a skill.
Used to be a power.
I think you're wrong. I think that movie would kill because it would just be Caitlyn Jenner not taking it seriously. Every time somebody showed up and we're like, we're the X-Men, she would just turn and wink at the camera.
Have you met my daughters?
Her power is just running you over with her car. Every scene ends with that.
And nobody gets charged.
It's me, Girlverine. Girlverine would be tough. Just with a big old slash in her pussy because her dick used to be there.
Swear to God, if I see Wolverine on a Wheaties box, I'm gonna shit.
But Professor
dick just keeps growing back, but she has to keep cutting it off
with that long claw. Oh shit!
But Professor Xavier Levine, what are we supposed to do? I haven't drank since I killed that man. Exactly, Caitlin. We need you to kill again.
There's one character that it just keeps like it can't die, it can't get beat up because it's been an aborted baby so many times. It's dead baby pool, and it's just it's just always aborted. But it's also snarky and fun.
Dead baby pool.
Baby pool is a new T-shirt, Bobby.
Professor
It'll be a sperm
Xavier,
with a mask.
it's me, Chelsea Manning, and I finally finished doing that intel you asked me for. I don't really know who does the intel on the X-Men because I'm not that much of a nerd, but it's me, Chelsea Manning, playing that character. Get it? Because I stole all that intel, and now I'm the intel guy.
I'm the incel guy.
It turns out our enemy is all of our penises morphed together. Bum, bum, bum.
Dick Morpheus. Now we make the gay tricks. Go with that one.
Yeah, I'll just be Cable because it's a combination of Chris Able.
Yep.
Yeah.
And your cock is Able. That's all.
Yeah.
You can be cock or cunt Able. See Able.
Ooh, see,
Yes.
Able is they or them. So, it would qualify.
I think you'd be K bullshit. That's what you would be. Bobby, you got a story?
It's our enemy, the Silver Surfer. He's made of our penises. How did that happen? Nobody cares. The premise is that we used to have penises. We're X-Men. Nobody's asking any more details. Just fight the Silver Surfer. What should we do? I don't know. What if we bitch about it on Twitter? Yeah, everybody, let's all bitch about the Silver Surfer penises on Twitter. And that's how they solve the problem.
You know who's after them, right? The most closed-minded people ever. The Clantastic Four. Torch just stays the same, but he just...
What are the characters in the Fantastic Four?
There's the Human Torch. There's Dr. Fantastic or Mr. Fantastic, whatever he is.
It's me,
There's
the
Invisible
Human
Lady
Torch.
and the Thing.
It's me, the Human Torch, Milo Yiannopoulos. You get it? The Human Torch.
Oh, wait, the Thing is just Donald Trump. It's
That's
just
what I was gonna
orange and
Yeah,
loud
it's
and
that
coming
thing that
at
we're
you.
not going to talk about. It's me, Donald Trump. I'm Candace Owens.
Oh,
I'm the one who can go invisible. Get it? Because there are none of us.
Mr. Fantastic, played by David Duke.
oh man, this is the most racist show I've ever been on.
This is.
Yeah. I'm just
They're
kidding.
the bad guys in the story, Chris. The
Yeah.
X-Men are who solve it.
They're
Ooh,
fighting
I
the
don't know.
Clantastic Four. What'd you want? The Fantastic Whores? Which one did you want better?
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds
It's
good.
me, AOC.
Just yelling at people for no reason.
It's
Hey, yo, what
Storm,
up?
me Daniels.
It's exactly. Yo, hey, yo, what up? It's Cardi B. Y'all remember I want to sound down with Joey B?
Yeah. Cardi B. She just
Why is
fucking
Cardi
drug
B
in. Oh, she just drug them
Because
and
it
take
turns
their
out it's not
money.
about politics. It's just about whores. Yeah,
I guess
that's
it's-
her crime. That's her superpower. She drugs them.
Yeah, I guess essentially she is a superhero because she fucking drug guys,
Hey, yo.
took their money.
Yo, why come when Catwoman breaks into people's places, y'all make a movie about Holly Berry, and when I drug people and rob them, you call me a criminal?
Yeah. So,
Bobby, there'd be no Catwoman. There'd be Fat Woman, and she'd be such a hero and so
Ooh.
brave.
Starring
Mhm.
Amy Schumer as Fat Woman.
that's not a stretch.
But she does stretch her, you know what I'm saying?
Oh God, yeah. She's like,
jeans.
look, I just shit out of Chuck Schumer.
It's Starman Jones.
So,
Now we're just casting fat women.
why not? They are in Victoria's Secrets commercials now.
Yes, they're all beautiful.
Yes, they sure are. I'm like, fuck no, they're
Black
not.
men. To me, damn it. Hello there. Look at that Amy Schumer.
Oh, Bobby, I must be bombing.
It was going bad, so I had to
Yeah,
save it.
here comes Daryl.
Bobby, you got anything else?
Yeah, have you guys, this is an old rumor, but I'd like to do it as a POS story. Chris, are you a baseball fan?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Pat, do you know baseball?
Yes.
All right. So the story goes like this. Kevin Costner was filming his movie, spent the night at Cal Ripken's house.
Field of Dreams.
No, close though. Cal Ripken goes to his game, realizes
Yes.
he forgot his cleats, returns home, finds Kevin Costner in bed with his wife,
True story.
beats the fuck out of Kevin Costner. Isn't going to make it to the game, isn't going to be able to play, so the Orioles have a lighting issue in order to allow the streak of Cal Ripken starts to continue.
Yeah, that did happen.
Who is the piece of shit in the story? Is it Kevin Costner for fucking Cal Ripken or cucking Cal Ripken? That worked too. Is it the Orioles? Because it would almost build his legacy if the streak ended because he beat the fuck out of Kevin Costner. Is it Cal Ripken? Because you beat the fuck out of Kevin Costner and you can't play a baseball game? You stand around for 38% of it. Then you sit the bench for 45. And then you got 17 where you actually have to do something. You know what I mean? Like, you could have a bad night. The streak wasn't hits. You're not DiMaggio. We'll kick it to you first, Pat.
It's funny you didn't mention one person. It's the wife. What? Like, we're getting all these men, these super powerful men, okay? A baseball legend, an acting god, and they're fighting over this bitch, and she's got them fucking punching each other, got them changing their jobs, running around doing all this goddamn shit, but whatever. And for Cal Ripken to miss the streak, she's probably like, you never take a day off. You never take. He's like, it's more than that. It's not me missing you. I get the winter off. We have time to. No, what if I just want to go shopping sometime in July? Why can't we hang out in July? It's like, you live in this fucking home. Remember when my brother had a baseball bat and it said "fuck you" on it? Yeah, that's what I want to show to you right now, right in the bottom. Fuck you. And Costner comes over and he's like, I'm not Field of Dreams Costner. I'm Waterworld Costner. You're like, you're fucking Waterworld Costner? That's the worst of the Costners. Not the good Costner that told Whitney Houston to sing the song that made her a legend because he weirdly said that while they're on the set of a movie. No, Waterworld Costner. That's who's fucking your wife. And they're fighting and she's just like, ha, my pussy's so great. Fuck her, Lady Ripken, for ruining two wonderful white men.
I'm always inclined to say white women are the problem.
I've
Chris,
said
what do
it
you
every
think?
time I'm on stage.
Yeah, that's our premise here. Chris, what do you got?
Oh, that's I mean, you guys are right. That's why prisons are full of men, but because of white women. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of with you, Pat, a little bit, but at the same time, she did think he was going to go to work. I mean, he hadn't missed 2,600 days and work, and so she was probably like, I'm safe. But then again, fuck him, because he went back home to get cleats. Like, they don't have fucking cleats for him at the stadium. I think Cal Ripken's the asshole here.
He could have, yeah. He definitely should have
That's a
more
good
pair
point.
of
Yeah,
shoes.
I think maybe he had an inclination.
So he was gonna go back and get Waterworld Costner.
It is funny that 15 to 20,000 people can't wait to see him, and she can't wait to see him leave. Like, they're literally buying tickets. They're changing their lives. It's something they're saving up to do.
We're about to see
I
history.
can't wait till this fucker leaves.
She's like, yeah, Kevin, don't worry. History's going to happen tonight. So, oh, my God.
And by the way, Kevin Costner could have any woman he wanted at that point. No, I'm not saying she's not a fantastic human being, and I wasn't saying all women are terrible. What I'm saying is this woman, any woman that forces two men to fight over her is an asshole. If you want to fuck Kevin Costner, look at Cal Ripken and say, hey, I'm sorry, Cal, this ain't working out. Our streak is over. That'd be a great fucking line.
Yes.
I've met someone else and it's Kevin. Or you can leave the house. It's not like Costner can't afford to get a hotel room. You know what I mean? They could go somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, those two wouldn't have fought if she didn't exist. We always do that. Men always get pinned against each other. Like, if you find out someone's cheating on you, the guy's like, well, I'm going to fight the woman. It's like, fight the guy. And you're like, you shouldn't be fighting anyone. She was wrong. Get away from her. The guy did nothing wrong, unless he knows you well. It's like, and even if they are friendly at the same time, it's you. The relationship was between the man and the woman. So there should be a respect there. And if there's not, fuck them. So it's all of them, when I'm being honest. To be funny, I was saying it's just a woman and they'll go all there. But it's all of them for being that way. Costner can do whatever he wants. Cal Ripken could, and I'm sure he cheated. He's Cal fucking Ripken. At that point, he's a god, and all he did was just show up to work a bunch. That's all he really did. Bobby is right. Like, I was a huge sports fan during all that time. And yes, Cal Ripken was very good, but he wasn't. When you watch shortstops now, he wasn't like this amazing athlete. He was good for a white guy who had gray hair at 28. You know what I mean? So, but he was fine. But yeah, it's at the end of the day, it's whoever's cheating is the asshole.
You know what, Billy? If there was any rivalry between Cal and Billy at the end of the day was like, on the fuck face.
Yeah. Which, by the way, is still my favorite baseball card of all times.
Oh, mine too. So Flair 91.
Yes.
So Flair 91. So yes, I'm a baseball fan, Bobby.
So I agree. Kevin Costner's not the piece of shit. Because I don't know if you guys have done it, but if you were the other guy, you get it. You know what I mean? Like, if it's not one of your buddies or something, like, fuck it, whatever.
What was he doing at their house?
He was filming a movie, and he was staying with them while he was filming the movie.
So they're buddies if you're staying with them.
No, they met briefly and, like, connected, and he was like, yeah, we got all this extra space while you're out here, just crash with us. And, like,
Whoa.
yeah, so it's part of it's on Ripken for letting that happen, right? You got to shut that shit down right
Well,
away.
you're thinking people could just stay in a house together without fucking.
Yeah, especially an actor.
Men and
Not
women
even that,
can't
but,
be
but
friends.
you think your wife? I mean, I'm sure she was living a pretty. I don't know what Mrs. Ripken did for a living, but I'm pretty sure it didn't match up to being Cal Ripken.
She showed up for work about 2 days before she married.
Called
Cal.
out twice a week.
Yeah. She's
Your
like, fuck
job's
that,
like,
I'm-
you're calling out again? Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Like, it's just weird that your husband. What? A husband? What?
Yeah.
I'm married to Cal. He's gonna go to work. He's the bread and butter.
But the piece of shit is 100% her. Boils down to this for me. He's a baseball player. Kevin Costner acts like a baseball player.
Oh,
It's the Diet Coke version of what he does.
maybe she's
And
into
that hits fucking-
role play.
That hits close to home. You stick with the guy who's doing the real thing. Kevin Costner gave up on his dream of being a baseball player and then continuously pursued it through his acting. There was that movie. What was that other shitty one? The Rookie or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like he just wants to be a baseball player, but he's an actor. Cal Ripken was a baseball player. Don't take the grade B choice. Go grade A, right, Chris?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, unless she was into role play, she's like, hey, tonight I want you to pretend like you're a baseball player and you didn't go to work and you're going to fuck me. And Kevin Costner, of course, would be like, well, hey, good deal. I'm an actor. We're definitely going to fuck.
Hey, Cal.
Wife was cute.
Hey, Cal. If you eat it, she will come.
And then he walks out from some like wheat.
That's why Bobby doesn't eat pussy.
Yeah. You don't like baseball?
Yeah, I'm a cross guy.
Now, what I'm
Shit.
reading here in the article is that there is a lot of rumor to this and not true, but the fact that Costner was known to cheat on his wife a lot, that they're saying and the fact that they did know each other and there wasn't making a movie in the area, that they're tying those things together. I mean, different articles in different places, but what I read here, they're saying the big thing was that Costner was such a cheater. That was a good lore.
Yeah.
But I like to believe it's true.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know what I like to do? I like to wear a Kevin Costner jersey anytime I go to a game in Baltimore.
Nice. Whenever I fuck Kevin Costner's wife, or Cal Ripken's wife, I always leave something there. Like Derek Jeter used to leave baskets and stuff. I always leave some Silk City hot sauce. That's what I leave
Oh,
on the table, on the bedstand, the nightstand right there. And depending on who I'm fucking, you know, if it's Cal Ripken's wife, I'll leave something like, you know, like Nightmare, because that's what she is. She's a fucking nightmare, and I'm like, this is something for you, you know. Or if I'm worried that maybe she could get pregnant and try to pull a Drake on me, then I pull out something like the Ghost Whisperer and I pour that into the condom so she can't use the jizz. What sauce would you leave, Bobby, for Cal Ripken's wife when you're fucking her?
Ooh, probably Badass Jew to get him off my scent.
Nice. And also because you're going to need a lawyer.
Ooh, good point.
All right, Chris, what sauce would you leave?
I'm gonna have to leave the one that's coming out in June for my boy Rob Saul. It's gonna be
Oh,
He'll
Bloody
think it was
Mary.
a gay guy staying over. I
Yeah.
like your style.
yeah.
Bloody Mary would be the scariest one to leave, though. Because she's like, what are you going to do to me? Especially if her name was Mary. I don't know her name. It was like, holy shit.
Next time, bitch, we're not fucking on the period. Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
You just leave the Bloody Mary bottle on the nightstand and you shove a celery stick in her pussy and you leave. There you go.
He's like, somebody been here? No.
He rubs his dick covered in blood on the sheets. And it's like, oh, I gotta go. And Kevin Costner's wife's like, where are you going? Nothing. This just gave me an idea. Do you know who Andy Warhol's fucking by any chance?
Oh, shit. Leave me
So
back
if
in
you're
track.
fucking someone's wife and you want to leave a gift, all you got to do is go to silkcityhotsauce.com. Use the promo code POS, and then not only are you cheating, but you're saving. That's like cheating twice. You know what I mean? You're not paying a full amount. Take care of that. Jeff, who's awesome, he messaged me this weekend. He was doing something in Massachusetts at some like convention, whatever. And he said to me, he was talking to some guy, and they're just chatting about whatever. And then the guy talked about comedy and asked Jeff if he liked comedy. And he said, yeah, he goes, I do love comedy. And he asked the guy, who do you like? And the guy, and I believe me, I thought this was fake. There was sent me a picture of the guy. He goes, I like a guy named Pat Oates. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he sends me a picture of this old guy chilling with him. I'm like, that's my one fan. Guy's
That's
just
awesome.
chilling out buying hot sauce. So thanks that dude. And Jeff, you're awesome. And support Jeff. He's incredible. He's a great guy. Makes
Just
incredible
had
sauce.
another kid, so he
He
needs
just
it.
had another kid, but he's just putting out awesome stuff. He just cares about comedy and all that. So go to the site, use the promo code, or don't use the promo. I don't care. Buy some shit, support Jeff. And don't fuck people's wives. And if you're a wife, don't fuck other people. I think that's a fair thing to say.
I'm Greta Thunberg, president
You
of
are?
the Justice League. And my plan is that we've empowered white women through saying things that are just being cunts is mental illness. And now we've given them Twitter, and we will take down the world.
Greta Thunberg says cunts.
She probably says, like, coons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa, that's racist.
She got to change
This
that.
is the darker, grittier Batman.
Growing up in Connecticut, there was a Channel 8 news that the anchor guy forever was a light-skinned black guy named Keith Koontz. And like whole life I was like, come on, man, change your name.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Don't
that
be
was
Keith
just to
Koontz.
get ratings.
It's like Keith Koontz, kick it to you, Fred Darkey. It's like, no, I hate these.
I did want to, in the Batman, like, it's like an hour in before they reveal that Robert Pattinson is Batman. Like when
Well, he's not
fully-
in the movie for an hour?
when he fully has his like makeup off and everything. And I really wanted to, when it came to that moment, just get up and scream like, "What the fuck!" and like make a big scene until like somebody had to come in and talk to me, and then when the manager comes, just go, "No, they said it was a darker, grittier Batman." She's like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
it is," and just be like, "That's the whitest guy I know, Edward. He was the fucking vampire. You're telling me this is the darker, grittier Batman? What the fuck?" And just flip out.
There's an old John Mulaney joke where he says he's talking about Law and Order, and they're doing an episode where they're doing a lineup, and one of the actors is Dean Cain, and he goes, I know they wouldn't do this, but I just wanted one of the people to look at the lineup and go, is that Dean Cain? It's like, that's what I would want out of Batman. While you're watching it, you're going, is that Robert Pattinson? It's like that's Bruce Wayne. No, come on, dude. That looks a lot like Robert Pattinson. I know we're like in canon, maybe he doesn't exist, but why doesn't he? The guy looks just like Robert Pattinson. He used to look like Michael Keaton. That's weird.
Yeah, he's darker and grittier.
Riddle me this.
Oh, God,
X-Men.
dude.
If you have an X chromosome and a Y chromosome, what sex does that make you?
Retarded.
Riddle me this,
No,
X-Men.
diddle me this. It has to be the diddler. That's who your bad
Oh.
guy is.
Riddle me this. Caitlin, if you're a woman, why do you still get prostate exams? Riddle me this. That's what the Riddler is. He's just trolling them.
No, Bill Cosby as the diddler.
He's out now.
Just putting them all to sleep. But he gets foiled because they all have dicks and he didn't know. So
Yeah.
he just wake up okay, and he's like, "Oh, goddamn noob, you got the penis." And he's all upset.
Nobody told me there was going to be pudding
No one
pops.
told me there was gonna be a pop in my pudding. You know.
Yeah. What the hell?
Chris, thank you so much for being
Yeah.
on. Appreciate it. Please tell everybody where they can see you, hear you, all that stuff.
LevyLand every Tuesday live. And minus that, man, just hit me up on Twitter at Chris Ables Fool. And follow me for the stand-up gigs, that some of them get paid up front, some of them get paid later, I guess.
Yeah, and if you want Chris to be on your podcast, you gotta get those contracts right. It's an ordeal. The amount of paperwork we had to fucking go through is insane.
Yeah,
And he made us talk about Kevin Costner having sex. That's part of his writer.
nice. I like it. So I like it.
We have to stop the diddler.
The diddler choked you up.
The diddler. The diddler strikes again.
But Professor Xavier Levine, she's too powerful. We can't control her. We have to do it. Wake her up. It's me, RuPaul. Oh, hell no,
shit.
Cosby, you're gay. What? I thought they was women. You gay, Cosby, you gay. And then he just kills himself, and that's how the movie ends.
Wendy Wonder Williams. Here she comes. That's my new superhero.
The best part of the movie is when the Penn swimmer gets a paper cut and everybody's giving him first aid, but Brittany Griner's locked up in Russia just begging for help, and they just ignore her the whole movie, and she ends up dying.
By the way, you know who gives him first aid? Greg Louganis.
Mouth to mouth.
In swimming, he was the first aid.
What? That is true. That is true.
That's a Snapple fact. Bobby, tell him shit.
Check out the Davy Mac Sports program. It's back. It's fun. We got Flutzy on this week. We had Bobo. We had Chris Pepper Stanley. Big guest to come. It's a lot of fun. I am going to be at Comedians of the Compound. I may be at Scranton at some point with Gino. And then I'm not going to be doing stand-up for a little bit in the area. So I'm going to be on the road and doing stuff like that. So if you want to see me in this area, check me out at those dates.
Well, good. I'm happy you're getting out there and flocking around, all that stuff. Everyone that's supporting the podcast, we appreciate it. Subscribe to YouTube if you want. If you like to join the Patreon, we love that too. If you can support us in that way, we love it. Support Silk City Hot Sauce. We love them. Go over and subscribe to LevyLand. Support Chris for being on the show.
Thanks.
We appreciate them. They're putting great shit out there. We love all you guys being on there and commenting. I got yelled at by a couple people that I have not been putting the audio version of the podcast on the Patreon. Starting this week, I've been doing that too. I'm just doing the video, but if you want the audio as well, now that'll be on there as well. And we've been putting out a bunch of episodes, at least 2 a week for everybody. So we're going to keep pushing that on. Chris, thank you again so much for being on. I really appreciate you being
Thanks,
here.
Pat.
And Bobby.
If you can, join them, beat them, and don't be a piece of shit.